Good morning, y'all. It's Gingi. I'm back with a flip through of my first journal of this year, 2021. I've just been on here, I guess, about, I don't know, maybe 7 months, 8 months. I'll have to look and see. But I'm excited to see what this new year holds. And most probably didn't see it at the last of my flip through of my other journal, but I did because, you know, it was a whole flip through, and then I said bye, and then I come back, you know, that's just what I do. But like, I was just truly thanking the people this year that like pushed me, you know, to start doing this. You know, I tried to, I mean, people locally, you know, they didn't know what these were. I didn't know what they were until I, you know, started, you know, watching YouTube and things. And you know, I've always scrapbooked and stuff, and it's a hard concept to grasp until you start doing it, and then you fall in love with it. So now there are people locally who have been purchasing some and have fallen in love with them as well. But all that to say, to Lynette at Cheaply Chic, thank you so much for praying for me over the phone and to make the decision if it's what I want to do or not, and go ahead and jump in here and have the nerve to do this. And yeah, it's just really helped me financially, emotionally, more than y'all could ever know. I mean, you know, crafting and creating, if it's instilled in you, you know, it's from God. He creates us, you know, to do the things, you know, as long as they're, you know, they can be used to glorify him or not. But anyways, I do, it's a good stress reliever for me. It's I don't know, it's just if I'm in a lot of pain physically, even though sometimes it may hurt, it takes your mind off of it, if that makes sense. If you are a creator, you understand that. So anyways, Miranda, Christine, Holly at Simply Lake and Lace, you two, thank you so much for the two of you just throwing my name out there right when I started, and it took off from there. I just sold journals from there through social media, and I'm still in awe at how God used the two of you, truly, through Instagram and YouTube to, you didn't have to do the videos you did at all. You did not have to share my work at all. I know you are totally different content creators, so thank you. And I had mentioned several others at the end of that ginormous junk journal that I shared, but anyways, Jessica and I'm a Cool Mom, thank you to those of you who did not have to mention me at all, but you did, and you pushed me to start a channel. And I'm so happy for the friends I've made through this as well. So getting into the flip through of this lovely journal, I've been watching a lot of Sarah from Crafty Paper Bits. Y'all need to really go and check her out. Tell her I sent you. She doesn't know who I am, but just say Gingi from Jen's Junk sent you. She doesn't have that very large of a channel. She's got a very large Instagram. I think she sells a lot. She's ships from France, and I love her work, and she does great tutorials. And I mean, she says she doesn't feel she's doing well, but she did. I mean, I learned how to hand stitch these sequins on watching her, and they took me like 3 hours, but they wouldn't take a normal person that long, just me. So anyways, but you know, I love her style, and treasure keeping, Maya at treasure keeping, her style and the way she does her journals. I've always been inspired by watching her. I've told y'all many times before to check her out. So she has a lot of journals for sale well, and she's about to have another little one. So go support both of their channels. And so that inspired the cover, and I had ordered a journal from Treasure Keeping back in the fall, and she sent me just out of the kindness of her heart some of her favorite fabrics with the journal, and I was so excited. And so that's the bits I've been using. Some she's in the UK, but like this piece, I think that might be, oh, this lace. Yeah, there's pieces she sent me that I've been using in several of my past few journals that were from her on the cover here. And then this is boho tree here. This is just some vintage wallpaper I have. And then this was some really shimmery lace. I believe Gingi's Journey sent me this lace. I just stitched some of it over the back. My inspiration, I was just laying there one night and I was like, I have a gigantic sheet that looks like this, and it has these blue and green and aqua colored roses all over it. And so I have, you know, tons of pieces of this fabric, and I wanted to use it so bad, but to me I was like, you know, I feel like that's almost, it can be spring. I'll probably use some in the spring and send some in Happy Mail for spring, and I might sell it in bundles for spring, but I wanted to do one winter journal at least, you know, that wasn't Christmas. So I thought, and then I saw this piece that I was gifted with it, and this, and I was like, if winter were a rose, that's what it would look like. Like, it would be blue and green. And so this would be a beautiful prayer journal, just a journal to write in every day. You could use it for a planner. A lot of people are using junk journals for planners instead of spending money on, well, I guess junk journals cost about the same, or more. But planners, yeah, a lot of people are using them for their planning and that style, just to be creative, you know, and have fun. Or just to have something pretty to write on. I've told y'all a lot that a lot of my family just takes them to church and just writes their sermon notes just on something pretty every Sunday. So I wanted to really showcase more than anything all of the charm dangles in this journal that I've used. I mean, I put them on the bulb pins, but these are all made by my friend Arlene at Gingi's Journey, and she just opened her shop, and there's some more in here. But like, I mean, I should have brought more of the larger ones in here since I was showing it, but I mean, she does the wire wrapping, and I mean, they're beautiful. And so I saved these blue ones and I put them aside to put in this journal. So I will link her shop. Her shop's usually linked below her and Cheaply Chic's channel. Their Etsy's are both usually linked below here. Now, Gingi's Journey is on Instagram. And her new shop name, I don't know why I cannot remember it, but look up Gingi's Journey or the link below, and then it will lead you there. So I stitched all the different types of fabric over the sheet, which was stitched over a piece of, just like a cereal box, like a thin piece of chipboard. And then I had stitched on this textured paper, and then did all of this stitching after. And so I realized I covered my pocket up, so I just glued this top piece on. And then the back piece here, it is stitched on. And then I stitched another layer with the lace here. This has approximately 80 pages front and back. And so let's get into it. So I kept a natural vintage kind of feel. This is from an Edith Holden book page. I just stitched on, tore off the word January, And it talks about primroses and different types of flowers, the birds singing. And I did not realize daisies are my favorite flower, that they come up in January. I did not know that. So that was a fun fact. So here is a postcard that I had ordered a bundle of last year, and it just says, "From Iris to my darling mama." And this is from a bundle, like this same bundle here, they were all from 1910. So this is an antique postcard there, and that's a pop of red in there for you. And so I had stitched, I just folded up, I wrap around a lot of my papers and while I'm stitching and make a back pocket, but the words were upside down, so I just glued some of that wallpaper here and stitched some lace, and this is from Jessica, my friend at Cool Mom, and some lace on top, and just a vintage postcard. And then this is Maggie Holmes paper in here. And then I did make some pockets out of this sheet so you can see more of the print, but it's a deeper pocket. And then here's a vintage ice coupon little thing. This is out of a book, Roses of England book. I stitched this lace on in ruffles. Uh-oh. My charm stuck in my lace. Okay, so here's another, one of the dangles. This is the back of a recipe page, and I try to leave it where you can read the recipes, but you could glue this down and make a pocket here, or here, or just journal right there. So this was some old scrapbook paper I had. And I just, in this clear pocket, put some gold and turquoise and white little flowers. I just made a wallpaper ruffle here. This is out of a, like a Bible verse coloring book. And then it has another verse on the back. And then here's some more of the wallpaper that I had made ruffles out of, and I just covered up the writing, which I like the writing left on mine, but I covered it up with this old paper, and I reinforced it with this masking tape. So I stitched a little silver bird cardstock piece right there. I can't remember what paper line this was from, Paper Studio, I think. I put a glassine envelope here, and just put some tickets upside down with an old stamp and a washi sticker, and left this empty. And this is the other side of an envelope, like a coffee dye policy envelope, you'll see. So here's some torn embossed paper, some more vintage trim. And then here's just different types of laces and trims and applique. I just stenciled a little bit of roses there. This is some Maggie Holmes wrapping paper, so it's thinner. Here's another one of the bead dangles, and you can move these around wherever you would like. I just made a ruffle out of some deli paper. I like doing that with sewing paper or deli paper. And put some lace here, some wallpaper behind it, and just a music sheet. So I got this idea from Uniquely Ella. I always tear these out and just use them as ephemera, but she just keeps the whole page in, and I thought, what a good idea. So there's that. This is from Sarah at Crafty Paper Bits, this fabric. I just made a belly band with it and put some doilies behind it. You can take out and just use in your journal. Okay, I stitched a tuck spot here, and this is also from Paris. Let's see. I think it says 1925 on that one. And look at the writing on the back, how beautiful. trench writing is. I need to copy that, really. Well, no, if it's not, surely it's older than 1925. Or it may not be. I can't tell, y'all. I'm getting old. Okay, so just here's some Tim Holtz tissue type paper I just folded. You can tear off some and use it to collage with. There's a vintage just notepad. I did some more layered stitching here with another dangle with just some amber colored and white glass beads. A lot of bling on that page. This is some Maggie Holmes paper, and I just clipped in some bits of vellum stickers and just different things. So this little girl is carrying a basket of roses with her white coat on. She was an angel. Most of you've probably seen her, but I didn't want it to have a Victorian feel, so I clipped her wings off. I'll use them in something else. I just wanted her to look like a little girl carrying roses in the winter. So I stitched some notebook paper here into a ruffle and an applique there. Here's the center of the signature with this cottage, and I don't know that this is wintertime, but to me this just looks so cozy to be in there winter or summer. Here's your little pocket with a ruffled flower you can take out and use wherever. I tried to leave it to where you could mostly decorate. I stitched a pocket on with some more of that fabric and just put a craft tag in there. I love this paper right here. Here's a vintage Winter Olympic Games 4-cent stamp. Some more Edith Holden book paper, but I put the pocket up higher here. So this tag, I just put some soft trim with this mint bow on with this bulb pin, and well, when it lays right, it just has another one of Gingi's little mint and clear charm dangles that hangs from it. And this was fun. This was the other side of that coffee dyed policy envelope my sister had dyed for me. And so I put some vintage lace here. Now I put, well, this is actually one of her bead dangles, and I put the key on here. But so I stitched some 1910 music sheet paper, and then some lace and another piece of lace, and I just stitched some organza fabric here on the back of the plastic of the envelope, and it just has some blue and silver sequins that just move around in there, but they won't go past the stitching, and I double stitched closer so they'll stay in that area. But to put a photo over that, that would be pretty, especially if you live somewhere where it snows. So here's another charm dangle. That's so pretty. And then just some book page. This is some old book paper. Ruffle with some Hobby Lobby ribbon. Here's the other side of that wallpaper piece. I just made a little tuck spot and put roses in there. The other side of that Bible verse journaling page. And I just put some samples of just laces, pinned them together, which this one I guess I need to repin. Well, it's kind of pinned. And then I put 3 of those little bitty charms dangles from Gingi's shop, and that way you can take them off and put them wherever in the journal you would like. Or you could put them on the end of a paper clip and put them on the edge of your Bible or a book you're reading for a bookmark or whatever. So I stitched this old, and yes, it's stained. It's just an old doily. A piece of it here with this envelope from 1937. This 3-cent stamp, Buffalo, New York. And I just folded up some coffee dye paper and stuck that in there. But it also, like, you know, underneath you could put something. But it is stitched down. Here's a recipe page with coconut bars and shortbread fingers and Vinnie's cookies and buttermilk pie and chocolate covered cherries and peanut butter candy. All the things I can't eat right now. I just made a fabric flip with these pieces of fabric. I believe I got this lace from Uniquely Ella's shop. And then here's another pocket, a deeper pocket. I just collaged this tag with some of that $18.99 ledger paper I have, some French printed paper, and then some of the hand-painted wallpaper from Crafty Paper Bits, and then just some Hobby Lobby lace. I like the contrast of the white and the creams. And this was from Ruby and Pearl XO right here. And some of my favorite little sequined fabric I have. So that's just a double-sided tag you could use as a bookmark. And then I stitched this, this was fun. This was a ruffle I stitched with 3 different types of fabric at once, like, has like a gauzy, I can never think of that word. It's not gauze. I don't know why I can't think of the word. But it has that fabric, and then it has this organza fabric, and then this blue organza. So it's white, blue, and then that white. And I stitched those together and then glued that up top there. And then here's the back pocket, and I just put a bunch of trims, red, blues, and whites, to have fun with the paper clips or on the edges of the papers or whatever you desire. So you have a little bit of the UK and a little bit of France and a little bit of New York is where Gingi's from, but she gets these shipped out to you and quickly and makes them pretty quickly. So and this is tied with this just a cream colored seam binding. So if you're interested, my info is linked below. It's Jen's Junk, JENNS_junk_ or RJ Gray for AU on Instagram. So thank y'all so much for watching. This was probably a little bit long because I chatted a lot at the front, but I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.